Coach, what's the plan for Ohio State this week at Memorial Stadium?
Plan? Stop acting like they're a myth. It's just Ohio State. Same helmet, same hype. They haven't seen our tempo in this building. We're taking the script, flipping it, and sending them home quiet.
Coach, Wisconsin's saying they'll make this a tough game. Your response?
They always say that toughness, 4 quarters, cool. But in the horseshoe, noise hits first, and then we do. Respect to Wisconsin. But if you need grit to win, you're already late. We're bringing points.
Wisconsin wants a fight. Body blows, field position, fourth quarter pain.
And if Ohio State wins that too, it's over. Then they're not flashy. They're complete.
Windy day in Columbus. Ohio State versus Wisconsin. Buckeyes win first down and finish in the red zone. Badgers slow it down, hit hard up front, and steal a takeaway. If Wisconsin controls tempo, it's a fight. If not, Ohio State runs away.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Be found as he stopped at the 18. The Badgers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And what a performance, and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Ohio State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. How to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have...
Turning it on! He works his way in.
Long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. It was going to...
Touchdown, Ohio State! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big time break for the offense.
Get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Cabrera. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense. Make sure you keep possession.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Cabrera. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open.
And the Badgers will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin.
Wait a minute. This was supposed to be a street fight. Ohio State turned it into a shutdown.
Exactly. Power, pressure, control. This is the exact game critics swore they couldn't win.
Now stop being polite. Defense, keep hurting their hope no leaks. Offense, go score and make their sideline quit. No dumb flags, no let up, no mercy. Turn this into a statement, not a score. Finish it.
Halftime, Ohio State 21, Wisconsin 0. Buckeyes keep pressure on and finish drives. No let up. Wisconsin's key stop the run, win 1st down, and score first. Because one more empty quarter, and this becomes a burial.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Locklear. Fires to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Breaks into the open. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse. There he goes. He found open space. The band might as well start playing. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been, they're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.
Coach number 17, Wisconsin, 35-0. What message was that?
Message? We didn't send one. We delivered it. Ranked team walked in, left with 0. Y'all said toughness test. Cool. Graded A+. Next.
Walker's got swagger, cameras, headlines, NIL.
And wins. That's the part that bothers you. He wins, and y'all still move the goalposts.
Everything before this was build up. Now it's Michigan. Records fade, rankings die, and the whole season gets judged by one game.